Burdine, will you please call the roll?
Certainly. Mrs. Brackett.
I'm here.
Mr. Heidley. Mr. Mellon. Mrs. Randall.
Here.
Mrs. Stein.
Here. Okay, this is going to be another quick meeting. We don't have much on our agenda. So the only thing, we'll get down to information discussion items, which is to review the agenda for next week's meeting. On Tuesday, October 15th, it will be at the High School Media Center again. I'm actually looking forward to that. We're going to have a Pledge of Allegiance led by the Richfield Elementary students, so that's great.
Yes.
Presentations that will come next week. Treasurer's agenda, Mr. Burdine.
I have my usual items on there and one unique item, which is an annual, or has been for, I think this was the fourth time, Coach David Archer, the boys golf coach, that provides that service to us for no compensation, but has made the request that we transfer the same amount of money into the boys golf account. And in the past, he has utilized that completely for the benefit of both the boys and girls programs. So his most recent purchase was the simulator room that was installed in one of the storage rooms off the Aux gym in the high school, which is pretty cool. I'm not a golfer, but I've been in there and it's pretty cool. So,
That's very generous too.
Yes, he's been very good about doing that and asked, he submitted in writing to do that again this year. So would request your approval, John.
Perfect. And I just realized, I forgot to mention, there will be a curriculum presentation for the Spanish and French curricular material adoption. Sorry, that'll be right before Mr. Burdine. Mrs. Burke, will you have a report?
Is there anything to talk about from the last meeting? Should I go over the notes?
And there's not a lot. I mean, construction's happening.
All right, let's say no.
Okay. Can you let Brenda know? We'll take that off.
Take it off?
Yes.
Yeah, sure can.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. White, your agenda?
All right. So first, just really 1A through F, just personnel type things, where resignation for retirement, resignation of mentor supplemental, and then we have a leave of absence, and then some long-term substitute, and then co-curricular non-athletic supplemental contracts. And then we'll also be doing a RHS Saturday detention. I understand it's something we've done in the past, but we haven't been able to fulfill that supplemental or stipend. And so now we're going to break it up 4 ways. You want to describe
Mr. K, Mr. Komarczyk did that for years before I was here, but during while I was here, after his retirement, there was no individual teacher that wanted to take that supplemental and be committed to each of those Saturdays. I believe it's 2 Saturdays a month. Middle school and high school students who earn Saturday school for not such good reasons, I guess. So they have the 4 teachers this year who all have said they would participate on certain days. So we're going to take that salary amount and it's a 3-hour session. We're going to divide it into an hourly rate. And then whoever serves on a particular Saturday will get compensated for the 3-hour block based on that hourly rate in order to utilize the money and reinstate the program. If the program was ever removed, it was just nobody took the supplemental, so we didn't have it. But Bill and Doug and Dan and Tiffany are excited to be able to do that again and utilize it, and those 4 teachers will be involved.
Great.
Thank you. Then we have game workers at F. 2A through 2F, similarly with our classified personnel, is just new hires and substitutes listed there for you in A, bus drivers and training.
Are these 2 new bus drivers? I feel like we just had one and now we've got 2 more. I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get academic challenge to have transport instead of Kasha transport for academic challenge.
Rick, how did we find these 2? Do you remember, Rick?
The one was talking with a friend who drives in another district.
That's it, yes.
And her friend told her how she had decided she was going to drive bus wherever she lives. And this person thought that sounded like an okay idea and called AJ and reached out to him, and one thing led to another. So.
Nice. We'll take it.
Yeah, right.
Yes, absolutely.
However we can get them.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, we have change of positions at C and new hires at D. E, you have the athletic supplemental contracts. And F, we have our game workers. Under number 3, we have the student services, learn well agreement, and then home instruction. And then 4, we have other business. A, there will be the curriculum adoptions. That's the second and final reading for choiceless choices, and we had a presentation on that last meeting, or first read last board meeting. Right, so this will be the second to approve, and then at B will be the first reading for the presentation that Courtney referred to earlier. Right, the Spanish and French. All right, and then we'll get a summary of both subjects from Mrs. Roach. And then at C, we'll have policies, new revised, second and final reading. And we have the new there, and then the revised as well. And at D, we'll have policies, new revised, first reading, and that's 9, you'll see there 9.45, and that's to correct 2 errors. One, it was to remove the word religious, and then to change a ORC reference there. So 2 corrections on that one. So 9.45 was for a first read. Last month, it's for a first read this month with those corrections, right? You can see that in the appendices. So we have a college credit plus MOU with Cuyahoga Community College, and then 5th grade science outdoor overnight field trip to approve as well. And then G is out of state trip for the high school varsity and girls basketball, JV girls basketball. That takes us to informational items, and then concerns of the public and community announcements, and we don't have any reason for executive session at this time. Questions?
Easy peasy.
The one new driver on there, Liza, you may recall you met her, I believe, 2 months ago. When we were hiring her as a sub, and now we're bringing her on as a contract driver.
That's great.
That's great.
She's passed everything.
Awesome.
We're trying hard.
All right, you need a motion to adjourn?
I'm ready.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mrs. Brackett,
Yes.
Mrs. Rainey, Mrs. Stein.
Yes. 8 minutes.